Hey guys, what's up? It's Jasmine and Neb is here. Hey princess. Oh, so fluffy. She's been. Oh, no, can I have my hand back, Neb? We are having Sultana Bran by Kellogg's. So, if you don't have Sultana Bran wherever you live, it's basically like bran flakes with sultanas slash raisins in them. I don't know what the difference between raisins and sultanas are. Possibly the type of grape. But yeah, so that's what we are going to do. I have some pills to take as well. Got some iron tablets and vitamins, etc. So yeah, but I'll do a video telling you guys about how my doctor's appointment went. Okay, so now we can get into this. So this is my dad's cereal. He's eaten it for the longest time that I can remember. So there, you can see the sultana. And I've got like about milk halfway down the bowl. So I think that's a pretty good ratio. I went to bed at about 3 a.m. because I was watching some British documentaries. One of them was about PWS, which is Prader-Willi syndrome, where one of the main symptoms is that the person, they're either always hungry or they never feel full. Because I always thought that they're always hungry. But then I read somewhere that it's actually they never feel full. But listening to them speak, it sounds like they're always hungry. So, not 100% sure which one it is. And I feel as though it would be quite a significant difference if it was that they never feel full, because then they wouldn't necessarily have like a stabbing hunger. And if I'm not hungry but I'm not full, and then I feel like I want to eat something, it would probably be, easier to resist that urge to eat something. So, yeah, I just not 100% sure. And then the next documentary that I watched was about child carers in Britain. So basically that's kids who they have to be caregivers in some way. So this one guy, he was a caregiver to his mother, who had some sort of condition that caused like chronic pain, that sort of thing. So yeah, so he like helped out a lot more than other kids his age would do around the house. And then there were these two girls. One of them was only like 9 years old. And basically their parents were legally blind, but they had like 5 kids in total, and they were wanting to have more. So basically the girls had to like do everything. And I was like, man. Because the thing that really got me is like they'd just show the parents just sitting around smoking, or the dad pouring a beer, and it was like there are so many blind people out there who are really independent and who would be able to like raise a child, and you don't necessarily have to see to change a nappy, you know, like it would take practice, but you could learn how to do it without, you know, having to see, and it's not like they were completely blind. So basically the young, like the 2-year-old, no, one of the kids I think was only 1 year old, and then there was a 2-year-old and a 4 or 5-year-old. They would have to sit around in their nappies for 7 hours while the girls were at school. And I was like, man, that's really bad. And then the parents would refuse help from the government because they were fiercely independent. But they're not really independent if they're making their kids do all the work, are they? So that really annoyed me, because they kept making it sound like, oh, the girls, like the parents would make it sound like that the girls are just helping out, you know, but they're not helping out, they're doing everything. And one person commented under the video that he has a friend who's completely blind, who has 4 kids that he's raising, and he can change their nappies, and he can, like, you know, fill the baby bottles and things, because he's got the things with like braille on it, and like a raised bump to like see where the water line should be, and you know, you basically just need to have like clean hands so you can like you know, test where the water is up to, or you know, the baby formula is up to. So yeah. And then I watched a third documentary about British children that live below the poverty line. And it was really good, because like they would put words, sort of like, they'd make it look like graffiti on the wall, that would show facts about like poverty in Britain and things. So one of the facts was that 85% of kids who live in homes with mould suffer from breathing difficulties. And obviously, like, if you don't have enough money to have options of where to live, then you're much more likely to live in a mouldy home. And then, of course, if you live in a mouldy home, then you're going to get sick more often, which means you can't get to school. Which means that even though rich and poor kids can get the same education, the poor kids wouldn't actually be able to have all the benefits of the education, because they'd have to keep missing days for their illness. So I thought that was really interesting. But then one of the comments under the video it was talking about how they were like, oh yeah, they're really poor, but that girl can get her nails done. So basically one of the little girls, she had like pink nail polish on, and I was like, man, you know, it wouldn't even, like, you could get nail polish for like less than £1 and put it on. So like super inexpensive, and like basically it would be a bit of fun, and just because you're poor doesn't mean that you can't like do something nice for yourself every now and then. So I was like, okay, so add that to the list of things that poor people can't do. They can't paint their nails, um, they can't, what was the other thing people were complaining about? I can't remember. But yeah, so that was really interesting. And looking at some of the mold in the home, it was like, oh my god, that's so awful. And then one person commented about how poor kids in South America have it much worse, and then somebody else commented that poor kids in South America and South Africa, no, not South Africa, just the continent of Africa have it way worse. And I was like, it's not a competition, you know. I just really like that you get fruit in it, because it just makes it really nice, because otherwise it would be sort of quite a bland cereal. But then you get the fruit, and on the box it says that it has more fibre than 2 slices of wholemeal toast. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking that the fibre actually probably comes from the sultanas rather than the bran flakes, because I mean fruit has heaps of fibre in it. So then the bran flakes would also have fibre, so that's how you would really, you know, pump up those fibre levels. And I think that the cereal is pretty good because I don't think it has as much sugar in it, because I think, you know, obviously the sweet taste would come mostly from the sultanas, so it's probably like a good option, you know, to give your kids if you still wanted them to eat cereal but you wanted something that wasn't as you know, with so much processed sugar. So yeah, I know that they don't have Sultana Bran in Sweden, is because they have bran flakes, but they didn't have Sultana Bran that I could see. But yeah, so I don't know if the place where you live, if they have it there. But if they do, then you could definitely comment down below about where you live and if they have it or not, and that'd be really cool. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have seen any documentaries recently, you could like recommend them to me, because I like that sort of thing. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all next time. Hey door, you gonna say hey door? Hey Francis. Oh no, she's very sleepy. Okay, see you guys.